What if I told you? The people who suffer the most often become the strongest. Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow." But do you know your why? You've been broken before by failure, loss, or fear. But what if that breaking was the beginning of your true power? In this video, I'll reveal 5 Nietzschean principles to forge an unbreakable mind, and principle number 3 will redefine how you see your life. Stick around to transform your pain into strength. This isn't just another self-help video, it's a call to forge your soul in life's fire. Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher of resilience, believed suffering is the crucible for greatness. These 5 principles will arm you with psychological armor to face any storm. Comment, "I'm forging" below if you're ready to build an unbreakable mind. Let's dive into Nietzsche's philosophy and rise stronger. Who was Friedrich Nietzsche? He was the philosopher of strength, often called the father of existential power. Living in the 19th century, Nietzsche faced illness, rejection, and despair, yet he transformed his pain into a philosophy of resilience. His core idea? Life's greatest adversities are not obstacles. They're the raw material to forge an unbreakable mind. He believed we can all rise above suffering by embracing it, creating meaning, and commanding our inner strength. Today, we're diving into 5 principles from Nietzsche's philosophy to build resilience that withstands any storm. These aren't fluffy motivational quotes. They're psychological tools forged in the fire of Nietzsche's insights to help you face failure, loss, or fear with unshakable resolve. This isn't motivation. This is psychological armor. And you're going to build it today. Why Nietzsche? Because he didn't just preach resilience, he lived it. Despite chronic illness and personal betrayal, he wrote masterpieces like Thus Spoke Zarathustra and Beyond Good and Evil, urging us to love our fate and create our own purpose. His ideas resonate today, backed by modern psychology, like a 2020 Journal of Positive Psychology study showing that embracing challenges boosts mental toughness. These principles will transform how you see adversity, not as your enemy, but as your forge. Are you ready to craft an unbreakable mind? Nietzsche's philosophy is a starry beacon in life's abyss. These 5 principles, from loving your fate to finding joy in pain, will guide you to resilience. Comment Nietzsche if you're ready to forge your strength. Let's begin the journey. Let me share a story that changed my life. 3 years ago, I hit rock bottom. I just lost my job, my savings were gone, and a close friend betrayed my trust. I felt like the world had shattered me, my confidence was in pieces, and I woke up every day dreading the future. I was angry, lost, and honestly, I felt like giving up. Have you ever been there? Where life feels like it's crushing you. Then, one sleepless night, I stumbled across Nietzsche's words, "Amor fati, love your fate." At first, I scoffed. Love this mess? Love the pain? The failure? But as I read more, I realized Nietzsche wasn't asking me to ignore the pain. He was challenging me to embrace it, to see it as the fire that could forge me stronger. I started small. I wrote down my losses, job, money, trust, and asked, what can I build from this? That question was my turning point. I took one step. I enrolled in an online course to pivot my career. That step led to a new job, new skills, and a deeper trust in myself. The betrayal? It taught me to choose my circle wisely. The pain didn't break me, it shaped me. This is what Nietzsche meant by amor fati. It's not about pretending life's easy. It's about loving every moment, even the brutal ones, because they carve you into who you're meant to be. My story isn't unique. Think of someone like J.K. Rowling, rejected by publishers, broke, and battling depression, yet she embraced her struggles to write Harry Potter, a global phenomenon. Pain was her forge, just as it can be yours. Have you ever faced a moment where life shattered your confidence? Comment yes below if you're still standing. Your resilience is already there, waiting to be forged. Let's uncover Nietzsche's 5 principles to make it unbreakable. Stories like mine and Rowling's show that tragedy isn't the end, it's the beginning. Nietzsche's philosophy lights the path from despair to strength. Ready to forge your own triumph? Here are 5 core principles from Nietzsche's philosophy to forge an unbreakable mind. Each is a tool to transform adversity into strength, blending Nietzsche's fire with practical steps. They're your psychological armor, forged in life's crucible. Let's dive in and build your resilience. Life's storms test us, but Nietzsche believed we can forge meaning from chaos. These principles, drawn from Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Beyond Good and Evil, and other works, are your hammers to shape an unbreakable mind. Each includes a real-world story, a metaphor, a question, and a 1-minute exercise, backed by psychology. Let's forge your strength. Principle number 1. Amor fati, love your fate. Nietzsche wrote, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. It's not just bearing what happens, it's loving it. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what can I build with this pain?" This mindset turns suffering into fuel for resilience. Take Thomas Edison. In 1914, his laboratory burned down, destroying years of work. Most would despair, but Edison said, "Thank goodness all our mistakes were burned up. Now we can start fresh." He loved his fate, rebuilt, and invented even greater things. That's amor fati, embracing loss as opportunity. Exercise. In 1 minute, write down 3 difficult events you faced, e.g., I lost a job, I was rejected. Next to each, write one good thing that came from it, like, I found a better career, or I grew stronger. Say aloud, I love my fate. These shaped me. This rewires your mind to see pain as growth. I tried this after my job loss. I wrote, lost job, learned new skills, betrayed, built better boundaries. Saying, I love my fate felt strange at first, but it freed me from bitterness. A 2019 psychological report study shows accepting hardships reduces stress and builds resilience. What's one hardship you faced? Could loving it change how you see it? Try the exercise now. Write 3 events and their gifts. What fate will you love today? Amor fati is Nietzsche's fire. Love your pain, and it forges you. Edison's lab fire sparked innovation. My losses built strength. This principle is your flame. Are you ready to love your fate? Comment Principle 1 if this resonates. Principle number 2. Will to power, command yourself. Nietzsche's will to power isn't about dominating others. It's about mastering your own mind, body, and actions. Every small act of courage, studying despite fear, exercising despite fatigue, is a victory of your will. Resilience grows when you choose action over surrender. Compare 2 people. One gives up after a rejection, wallowing in self-pity. The other, trembling with fear, applies again. The second person commands themselves, embodying the will to power. Take Malala Yousafzai, shot for advocating education, yet she persisted, becoming a global voice. Her will turned pain into power. Exercise. In 1 minute, write one goal you're avoiding, e.g., start a project. Say, I command myself, I'll take 1 step. Take that step now. Send an email, write a sentence, or plan a task. This proves your will is stronger than your fear. I did this when I hesitated to start a blog. I wrote, fear of failure, said, I command myself, and published 1 post. The feedback fueled my confidence. A 2021 Journal of Personality study shows small actions build self-efficacy, key to resilience. Are you commanding your actions, or are emotions driving you? What's 1 step you can take today? Try the exercise, write a goal, and act. What will you command? Will to power is Nietzsche's hammer. Strike your fears, and you shape resilience. Malala's courage reshaped the world. My blog post reshaped my confidence. This principle is your strike. Are you ready to command yourself? Comment Principle 2 if this hits home. Principle number 3. Eternal return. Live it forever. This one's a game changer. Nietzsche's eternal return asks, what if you had to live this life? Every joy, every pain, again and again, forever? Would you say yes? This thought experiment forces you to live deliberately, choosing what's truly valuable. It's resilience through purpose. Imagine waking up daily, knowing today repeats eternally. Would you waste it on grudges or Netflix binges? Or would you create, love, and grow? Oprah Winfrey, abused and impoverished as a child, chose to live as if every act mattered, building a legacy of impact. She said yes to her life. Exercise. In 1 minute, write 1 action you do daily if life repeated forever, e.g., write a page, call a loved one. Say, I'd live this again, it's mine. Commit to doing it today, like calling a friend or starting a task. This aligns your life with eternal value. I tried this, writing inspire others. I said, I'd live this again, and shared a motivational post online. The responses lifted my spirit. A 2020 philosophical psychology study links purpose-driven living to emotional resilience. If your life repeated, what would you change? What's 1 action worth repeating? Try the exercise. write and act on it. What will you live forever? Eternal return is Nietzsche's mirror. Reflect on your life, and it shines. Oprah's purpose defied her past. My post sparked connection. This principle is your reflection. Are you ready to say yes to your life? Comment Principle 3 if this blows your mind. Principle number 4. Become who you are. Embrace chaos. Nietzsche wrote, "One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star." Resilience isn't avoiding chaos. It's stepping through it to birth your true self. Your struggles are the raw material for your greatness. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, faced unimaginable horror in Nazi camps. Yet he found meaning in helping others, later writing Man's Search for Meaning. His chaos birthed a dancing star, his legacy of hope. You, too, can transform your inner turmoil. Exercise. In 1 minute, write one thing you're avoiding, e.g., fear of failure. Say, "This chaos is mine, I'll step through it." Write one small step to face it, like "I'll try again tomorrow." Take that step today, even if it's just planning. I faced my fear of public speaking. I wrote, "I avoid speeches," said, "This is mine," and joined a speaking club. My first talk was shaky, but it sparked growth. A 2018 Journal of Behavioral Therapy study shows confronting fears builds resilience. What chaos are you avoiding? What step can you take to birth your star? Try the exercise, write and act. What will you become? Becoming is Nietzsche's forge. Chaos shapes your star. Frankl's meaning defied death. My speeches defied fear. This principle is your spark. Are you ready to embrace your chaos? Comment Principle 4 if this inspires you. Principle number 5. Pain is the teacher. Learn from suffering. Nietzsche's most famous quote, "That which does not kill me makes me stronger." But it's not automatic. Pain strengthens you only if you learn its lessons. Pain isn't your enemy. It's your harshest, most honest teacher, preparing you to be unbreakable. Consider Nelson Mandela, imprisoned for 27 years, yet he emerged not bitter but wiser, leading South Africa to reconciliation. Pain taught him patience and forgiveness, forging a global icon. Your pain, too, holds lessons. Exercise. In 1 minute, write one painful moment, e.g., "I was fired." Say, "Pain, you're my teacher. What's your lesson?" Write one lesson, like, "I learned to adapt." Take one action to apply it, like updating your resume. "I did this after a breakup." I wrote, "Heartbreak," said, "What's your lesson?" and learned, "I need self-love." I started journaling daily, rebuilding my confidence. A 2019 emotion study shows reframing pain as a teacher boosts resilience. Pain is not your punishment, it's your preparation. What's one lesson your pain taught you? Try the exercise, write and act on a lesson. What pain will teach you today? Pain is Nietzsche's anvil. Let it shape you, and you're unbreakable. Mandela's imprisonment forged a leader. My heartbreak forged self-love. This principle is your lesson. Are you ready to learn from pain? Comment Principle 5 if this empowers you. Let's forge it all together. Here are Nietzsche's 5 principles for an unbreakable mind. Amor fati, love your fate, every scar and storm. Will to power, command yourself through action. Eternal return, live as if every moment repeats forever. Become who you are, embrace chaos to birth your star. Pain is the teacher, learn from suffering to grow stronger. These aren't just ideas, they're your psychological armor, forged in Nietzsche's fire. Here's how to apply them. Create your Nietzsche code, a set of 5 personal maxims to guide your mind. For example, I love every moment, it shapes me. I command my fears with action. I live each day as if it's eternal. My chaos births my greatness. Pain is my teacher, not my enemy. Write these in a journal or on your phone. Make them your mental mirror. Read them daily to stay unbreakable. Take the 7-day Unbreakable Mind Challenge. Day 1. Practice Amor fati. Write 3 hardships and their gifts. Day 2. Exercise your will to power. Take one bold step. Day 3. Reflect on eternal return. Choose one eternal action. Day 4. Embrace chaos. Face one fear with a small step. Day 5. Learn from pain. Write one lesson and act on it. Days 6 to 7. Review your Nietzsche code and refine it. Comment, challenge accepted if you're in. I took this challenge after my rock bottom moment. Day by day, I rebuilt my confidence, from loving my losses to acting despite fear. It wasn't easy, but it was transformative. A 2021 Journal of Happiness study shows consistent small actions build lasting resilience. Your pain is your forge, your chaos your canvas. Nietzsche's principles are your tools to craft an unbreakable mind. What's one principle you'll start with? Write your Nietzsche code today, and let's forge resilience together. The Nietzsche code is your shield, and the challenge is your crucible. My journey from despair to strength proves it works. Comment your starting principle and join the challenge. You've just forged the blueprint for an unbreakable mind. Which of these 5 principles hit you the hardest? Comment below, number 1 to 5, and tell me why. If eternal return redefined your life, share how it sparked you. Send this video to someone going through a hard time. They need Nietzsche's fire right now. Comment, I shared the strength if you spread the word. Want to dive deeper? Subscribe if you're building your unbreakable mind. We're forging resilience together. Next week, watch Stoicism versus Nietzsche, which builds the strongest soul. It's a must-see showdown. Like this video, hit the bell, and join our community of resilient creators. Thank you for forging with me. Your strength inspires me every day. Let's keep building unbreakable minds. Your resilience is a fire that lights others. I shared these principles with a friend struggling with loss, and they found hope in a more fatty. Share your story, join the challenge, and let's rise stronger together. Your journey continues. Watch Stoicism versus Nietzsche, which builds the strongest soul, to deepen your resilience, or explore how to find meaning in chaos to master adversity. Subscribe to join our community of fearless forgers. Share your Nietzsche code in the comments to inspire others. Your mind is unbreakable. Forge it now.